the Seth Rollins stuff first.
What?
Nothing.
What's the matter?
No, it's fine.
Support Wrestletalk!
Welcome to the Screengrapple. This is what the internet has been saying about wrestling this week. I'm Blake. This is housemate Simon Longdon. And if you see anything that you think is funny, interesting, or meme-worthy about wrestling, send it to the addresses that are on screen now.
Yeah, right. We'll start with Raw. Waldo.
There he is.
There he is. Found him. Is that the kid that won the tag team titles? What's his name?
Nathan?
It's not Nathan.
Nathan.
Nicholas.
Yes.
You weren't far off. So there's Nicholas there, and here's the man that haunts his dreams.
I feel like they ran out of ideas for the Waldo books. It was like ancient Rome. It was like...
The pyramids.
Yeah, he's in the Colosseum. He's...
Playboy Mansion.
The Library of Alexandria. Playboy Mansion.
Not the first Waldo we've seen. I'm going to start calling him Wally, because that is his name.
Yeah.
Hey, Royal Rumble 2018 Waldo here. Thanks for carrying on the legacy. I feel like 3 seconds after this, that building behind blew up.
He's got very delicate lips.
Dead stare of a serial killer.
I hate a soft-lipped murderer.
Did you know Jonathan Davis from Korn used to collect serial killer paraphernalia?
Did he?
Yeah.
Slippery slope.
Nobody's going to see wrestling anymore. WWE anyway. Here's a shot. Kagoi.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Who's that? There ain't Buddy Murphy. So this wasn't even the dark. This was the taping.
But it's just symptomatic though, isn't it? Of like if you're putting a boring product on the telly.
Whoa!
Bret Hart.
What is that? Is that Julius Caesar? Why is there a Greek statue?
Et tu, brute.
Is that Gangrel? Drake Maverick. Being an absolute savage to Dustin Rhodes. Go bury your head in the sand. Since you got 5 stars for changing your gear, you've changed. So next up, we'll go to Twitter. You all right? What's that?
No, nothing.
Oh, you're looking pretty weird to me, man.
Do the thing.
Yeah. I'm not saying that him going out with Becky Lynch just coincided with him suddenly finding Twitter. But it is what I think and what I'm saying. So make of that what you will. So it started off best pro wrestling on the planet, period. Which is a fine thing to say. Nothing wrong with saying that.
I mean, yes.
You're welcome to make that point, Sam.
But I would say, yeah, which is stupid because the argument should be best pro wrestling TV show on the planet.
He decided to double down. He starts off talking about everyone else and then brings it around to himself.
Yeah.
Says, find anyone else alive who does what I do as well as I do it, as often as I do it. You can't. Then Will Ospreay said, I'm alive, which is good to check in. Rollins got back to him. He started getting into it with Will Ospreay. Now, this is when it got weird. Now, that is a douche move.
Oh, yeah.
But I like it. Swag on. Why not? I just think it's a bit like sports. I mean, that's a good way of describing wrestling. It's a bit like sports.
It's the faint width of sports.
Yeah. At the minute, if you watch basketball, let's say, which I do, everyone's best friends. Everyone's hanging out all the time. Every now and again, someone comes out and just goes, you know what? I effing hate the other team because they're the other team. I want my team to win.
Yeah.
F those guys. And it's great. You should think like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think these guys are competitive. And I think Seth Rollins sat there thinking, you know what? I worked my effing arse off to get this bank account. I think people are reading way too much into it. And I just think he's backing himself.
He's
and I think he should.
Yeah, it's just he doesn't have as good chat as his missus. If you choose to blend narrative and reality as part of what you do, and you don't tell us where the line is, people are going to take things you say and think they're real, or people are going to take things you say and think they're fake. And unless you're going to come out and say, that was a shoot, that was a work, you can't really argue with that because sometimes you want that to happen for you.
If he thinks he's the best in the world, and there's lots of, and he has just as much evidence as anyone else to suggest that he is.
He's got a fair bit of proof.
He should back himself. Like,
yeah.
Why should he sit there and go, you know what, Will Ospreay, you're right. You are way better than me.
Of course you would do that.
And I just think it's like, I don't know what. that I think Will Ospreay is incredible.
Yeah.
And is legitimately one of the probably top 5 wrestlers in the world working
Mm-hmm.
right now. But I can also think Rollins is great.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why everyone is suddenly making this some choice.
It's favouritism. It's just,
People are idiots.
The issue is that WWE has the most exposure and tends to fall into the trap of it pushes them, their matches don't go well, and then suddenly 5 seconds later we've got an arm wrestle and a tug of war on the telly. I think when everyone else is moving towards sports presentation, they seem to be moving further away. It's actually now, for once, causing a proper rift in wrestling fans because before, wrestling was definitely a certain type of thing. Now, there is New Japan-style sports presentation, and there's WWE doing arm wrestles and tugs of war.
Yeah.
And then further along than that, there's Joey Ryan. So it's like Joey Ryan, WWE. WWE is the centrist party. Joey Ryan, and then
So it's fighting, tug of war, Joey Ryan tugging himself off.
yeah, tugging off.
I'm back, and I'm better than ever. Got a knack for making things better. Face facts, 'cause your opinion don't matter. This maniac is gonna step on whomever.
WWE has hired Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff to lead SmackDown and Raw.
Das Bish. So Heyman's on Raw. Bischoff is on SmackDown.
And they are executive directors, so they are basically between Vince and everyone else.
Ah, the Vince buffer. The classic human Vince buffer.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see a Heyman-led Raw. Bischoff.
Particularly for Bischoff, his experience of dealing with executives. So he's going to be dealing with Fox, who, as of about 3 days ago, were about to haul Vince McMahon in. I don't like meetings. If a meeting comes up, I've been known to... I've hidden, I've run away. But when you're really rich, you can just hire 2 people as executives to go to a Fox meeting that he just can't be asked to go to. That's all he's done.
Yeah, it's amazing.
He's gone, what was that? Oh, what, Fox want to have a... I know who'll go. Where's that putz, Eric? We'll see how that pans out. Justin Barrasso basically found out this was happening, and then within about an hour, they hastily put together thing. And it's interesting. They put their press release out. One of the things that Bischoff has done wasn't nearly put WWE out of business, but that's fine. They've got an office in London.
Oh, I want to work there.
Should we go find it?
There he is. Oh, that's depressing.
Titan Towers. Whoa. What's this ghost?
Where?
On the right at the door.
It's the security guard, mate. Ghost. It's the receptionist.
Well,
Whoa!
why is it haunted by King
Why is it haunted
King
by
Kong
someone
Bundy?
who keeps asking what floor you want to go to? Who are you here to see? Oh, so spooky.
Thanks, Echo Base. Look at the state of these.
Whoa! Nipple ripplers. Look at that.
Oh.
He's already crying, Dijakovic.
Look at this guy with the old school camera. Or is he a Terminator?
Is he a PI?
Dun, dun, dun.
This is Super Invitation. Today I'm with you a full flip on tonight's season for Juggalos and Juggalettes. Go try this at home and I hope you like it. Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop. Yeah, he's wearing an ICP t-shirt. So he says, this is for my juggalos and juggalettes.
Oh,
My giblets.
this guy shouldn't do stuff.
Shout out to Slim and Rick, the students. Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop.
He sounds like Kyle.
He does sound like Carl.
UFC Championship. Good to be here. Let's go talk to some people, learn whatever you can, all about Everybody Loves It. Should be a real good one. You should go back to the WWE. Reagan Skeletons?
Yeah.
Reagan Skeletons?
Brock's no good.
Reagan Skeletons.
Reagan skeletons.
What do you want to step into?
Rusev, what's he saying?
Dun dun dun. Rusev to Google, confirmed. So that's all we have time for on this edition of Screengrapple. Remember to send any funny wrestling stuff you see to the addresses on screen now. I'm El Fagador Laurie Blake. This is housemate Simon Longdon. And that was Screengrapple.